How's it going, guys? Welcome to episode 6 of Our Animal EDventure. And we have some special guests with us. We have some otters, okay? And we have some special guests. We have Tori and Isaiah. And we're going to be interviewing them tonight, asking them their favorite things about Our Animal EDventures. And I think in here is probably Nessie. So while you are tuning in live to Our Animal EDventure, a couple of reminders. I'm sorry, I'm getting in Tori's way.
Okay.
Tori, you can scoot over. You can scoot over. A couple of reminders for you guys. The most important thing you could do to support us is share this live video. Share it right now if you can. And when you do share it, please comment and let us know that you shared it, because it is super important for us to know who is doing it. So we have some incredible guests here besides our human beings, and we're going to introduce you to them right now. We have got Junior, we have got Nessie, we have got Ollie, we have got Harrison, and we have got
Missy.
And Missy. Where are you, Missy? So we're going to try our best to introduce them to you right now. So my daughter's going to be the best one to do that, and we'll try to bring them really close to you if possible. What do we got here?
This is Ollie.
This is Ollie. Ollie's going to be the noisiest one tonight. If you hear someone screaming, it's going to be Ollie.
This is Nessie.
Nessie's going to be in my shirt all night long, I promise you.
This is Junior.
And Junior is the quietest out of all of them. He's the most chill, and he loves my daughter more than anything in this world.
This is Harrison.
Hey, Harrison.
You guys should know Harrison pretty well. We've done a lot of lives with Harrison as a tinier otter.
Why did we do a lot of lives with him, Al? Why don't you tell everybody?
So when Harrison was actually super little, he was diagnosed with a heart murmur, liver disease, and he had a lot of extra fluid in his lungs that was not supposed to be there. So he had to go through tons of antibiotics, lots of veterinary visits, and we wanted to keep you guys updated with his health and how he was doing. He is doing absolutely amazing. As you can see, he's way bigger than he was on some of our last lives that you might have seen him on. And then lastly, we also have Missy. She's right here. Ready, Missy? Say hi to everybody. Say hi. She's one of the cutest otters in the whole world. I love her so much.
All right, so before we begin, a couple of things I want to remind you guys of. I gave you all a homework assignment on Tuesday night. If you were watching on Tuesday, you may know what that homework assignment is. But that assignment is to ask us lots of questions. You have an incredible opportunity to ask us lots about our animals. You can ask some of our incredible people that work with us some questions as well. That is Isaiah on, I think you view to your right. I don't know, but that's Isaiah. That's Tori. That's my daughter, Al. And I'm Sean. And behind the camera is Hope. You can't see her, but I'm sure we will get you on video soon. But I just saw a question who happens to be from my wife. What is that insane noise in the background? So the insane noise that you're hearing in the background is actually our ruffed lemurs. They are the second loudest primate on the planet. You'll hear them throughout this this live. So guys, we're going to we want to use you guys to ask us lots of questions. Not only just us, some of our staff as well, so you can hear from them. They have no idea what questions we're going to be asking them, so I'm sure they're a little bit nervous about it, but they shouldn't be. And if you have any questions for our otters, you're more than welcome to ask them as well, because they can understand everything that we say, which is pretty awesome. Now, remember, make sure you share this video, and we did incredible last week. Last week, we had more shares than we ever have on any of our Facebook Lives, so I have to thank you all for that. I think we're at like 40 or 50 shares from Tuesday's Live. We have to beat that. Every week we got to get better. Christina just said she'll swap us some wombats for otters. I mean, I would love to have a wombat here, but unfortunately these otters are like my children, so they're not going anywhere. We did post a Facebook post a couple of hours ago, and we asked you guys on that post to come up with some topics you'd like to discuss, and we're going to go through that post in a little while and make sure that we do that. But first, what I wanted to do tonight, while we're in the otter area, I wanted to ask some of the people that we work with some questions. So I'm going to start off with Tori, since Tori is the most nervous looking in here. We're going to ask Tori some questions. And you guys, I want you to ask Tori too. If you've been out here and taken a tour, you probably know who she is. She's an incredible tour guide. She has some of the funniest dad jokes on this planet. So my first question for Tori is going to be an easy one for her. But what is your favorite dad joke to tell people while you're on a tour with everybody?
Favorite dad joke?
Yeah,
Pick a favorite.
What's your favorite? What's your corniest one then?
Why do ducks have feathers?
All right, guys, we're going to give you 30 seconds to tell us why ducks have feathers. Does anyone here know why ducks have feathers? We'll see. We'll give you 30 seconds to answer that question. Isaiah, now we're going to ask Isaiah a question while we're waiting for answers. What is your favorite animal to work with here at Animal Adventures?
That's basically asking for what's your favorite dad joke.
That's a tough.
That's an extremely tough question.
That's an extremely tough question, and we know you love animals, and we have to put you on the spot early on in this conversation. Your favorite, all-time favorite here
Okay,
to
if
work
I
with.
had to pick an individual animal, personality-wise, individual, regardless of species, it's gonna be Caribou, our baby donkey. She has been with us for over a year, and she's the sweetest little thing that you'll ever meet.
So that is pretty awesome. That was a surprise. I thought it was gonna be something different, but that's
sweet.
cool.
She gives me hugs every time I see her.
But that's awesome, and that's why we ask the questions, because we need to know.
That's a great
All right.
answer.
So has anybody actually answered the question, Tori? What was your dad joke again?
Why do ducks have feathers?
Did anyone answer it?
Heather answered.
Okay, Heather's a cheater.
Yeah.
She's not allowed to answer. So what is why do all ducks have feathers?
Why do ducks have feathers?
Why do ducks have feathers?
To cover their butt quacks.
To cover their butt quacks. Now I have a funny joke. My favorite one that I've ever heard, and I think I heard it from you, most likely, is you motherfucker. Sorry guys, I just got bit by an otter. What do you get when a porcupine and a sloth have a baby?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I learned that from you, right?
Yeah.
Most likely. I think I learned all my dad jokes from Tori.
Yeah, I think.
So what you learn from what do you learn? What do you get when a porcupine and a sloth have a baby? A slowpoke, which is pretty freaking awesome. All right, next question to Tori. What is your favorite animal here? Not species, but your favorite one. All-time favorite one.
Ralph.
Are you serious?
Raccoon. I love him.
Really?
To death, yes.
All right, so
Or
if
Missy.
you guys have visited us, you may know who Ralph is. Ralph is the raccoon. Ralph is actually pretty cool. He's a really nice raccoon. We actually have something to discuss later on in this live regarding Ralph. We have some incredible news to share about Ralph, believe it or not. Tori, you have to scoot over a little bit. Someone just said they can't see you. So I'm not going to share the news for Ralph. We're going to make you watch longer to actually wait for it. Maybe we'll get more viewers here, but when we leave the otter area, we will definitely tell you a little bit about why we are so proud of Ralph and what's going on in his life right now. But in the meantime, now it's my daughter's turn to ask a question, and she'll start with Isaiah. What question? Oh my God, these otters are crazy. Is there more? Where's the water?
I feel like my question for you would be, who's your most favorite and your least favorite animal to clean up after?
Okay, that was a lot. I thought you were about to say something a lot worse.
No, your most favorite animal to clean up after and your least favorite animal. I feel like I might know the answer, but I want to.
And while we're waiting for Isaiah to answer this question, how many people have shared this live? Holy smokes! You know what? Hey Dan, how do I do this?
Click on the name.
No. Dan, are you there?
Hey, Dan.
Hi Dan.
Hi, Dan.
I'm the favorite animal.
Yeah. So I'm gonna actually we're gonna do something really fun tonight. Hold on, Al. How do I invite somebody on this live?
Let's see.
We're gonna start inviting people on lives. Who wants to be on our live is the question. If you want to be on our live and ask us a question, and we're gonna add you on live right now. We are going to invite somebody who's very, very special to Animal Adventures onto this live, who's watching right now. And let's see if he accepts the challenge Oh my God!
Oh my God.
He's coming on. Hold on. Where is he? I can hear you, but I can't see you. Why can't I see you?
Because I'm taking a shower, Bubba.
Okay. No. We got to see the beard at least. Hey guys, if you know anything about us, you know that we have an animal park at Bedner's Farm. You know, you've probably visited Bedner's before, and you've probably met Dan. He used to own the barbecue there, and now he helps Bedner's Farm pretty much do everything. And he has the most incredible beard. Once in a while, he even lets me pet it. But Dan, you are on live. Let's see the beard, the most incredible beard.
Nah, next time, Bubba. Next time.
How do you answer live from the shower?
Because it's you. When y'all call, I answer.
That's right. If you don't know anything about Dan, he helps us out with everything we need. There is never a time on this planet that we have needed something and he wasn't able to help us. Can you get out of the shower, dry off, and then can you request to be back on this live, please, so we can introduce everyone to you?
I'll see if I can get back with you.
Thank you. Listen to that voice. And Nugget. Bring Nugget on live, please.
I'll see what I can do.
Awesome. All right, so thank you, Dan. I love you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So if you are, how do we remove him now? I hate to remove him.
Change the viewer.
Change the viewer. Remove guest. All right, so we're going to do something special tonight. If you have questions, I want to invite you on to ask this question so we get to know you and meet you, which would be pretty awesome. Okay, they're crazy. So are we looking for help? Hold on. That's a great question. I'm going to invite, how do I invite her on?
So you're going to go back, so you have to go to the one where
help us out.
People.
Hold on. Multiple people. We're going to ask, if anybody asks us a question,
Yep.
we're gonna introduce ourselves and say hi to you. Let's see, we're sending. Maybe we got canceled. Well, maybe she.
Oh, it says adding on top, so she just has to
adding.
accept it if she wants to accept it.
If you want to accept it, we want to answer your question so we can speak to you on live.
In the meantime, can Isaiah answer his question?
Yes. In the meantime, Isaiah, answer your question. I'm sorry, I hogged the camera.
No, that's all right.
I'm a camera hog all the time.
So, a little context. I'm the farmhand of this amazing property.
You're way more than the farmhand, Isaiah.
I'm going to do a lot more.
I'm a jack of all trades, but mostly I'm here as a farmhand. So, I'm cleaning up basically either the biggest animals here or the nastiest. And I have to say, hands down, the easiest place to clean are the horses. It's just simply grabbing a wheelbarrow, a duro fork, aka pitchfork, which I call it, and it takes me like 10 to 20 minutes to clean everything up. But the absolute worst that takes me forever is the catfish. I don't know if you know what those guys are or how they look like, but they get their pond so dirty in the matter of 3 days that it takes at least, I want to say like 3 hours just to fresh wash, clean, and refill everything. So they can definitely be the trickiest, even though they're the sweetest.
If you don't know anything about capybaras, they do everything in their pond. They eat, sleep, go to the bathroom, have babies in their water.
Wait, they have babies in the water? How do they make babies?
That's going to be for another stream.
Yeah.
Okay. Just asking.
Billy Ann said she never got the invite.
All right, so Billy Ann, we're going to have to try to figure out what happened there. We tried to invite you, but we are hiring. In August, we start hiring for our season. So if you are interested in working with us, I don't know if you just heard that, but one of them is mad at the other one. That's barking. That's how you can tell that one of them's not happy. It has nothing to do with us. They're not happy with each other. And that's how they can notify each other. But Billy Ann, if you are interested in working with us, DM me after this, and I'll give you my personal phone number, which I probably shouldn't put out here, but it's 561-350-6406. Text me that we spoke tonight, and we'll set up an interview. In August, we'll start hiring for our upcoming season, and hopefully we can add you to the team. I did see a question here that I did want to answer, and it's a really important one. Karen, hold on. How do I do this? Karen, I'm going to invite you on. I don't know if this is the right one. Karen Kitty Gaga. Hold on. We're going to add you to this live because, hold on. I think this is a great question to ask. Karen, how you doing? I'm Sean. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, how you all doing?
Very good. Thank you for accepting the invite to actually be on the live with us. I know it could be kind of scary. I'm the most unsocial person off of social media, so I would be actually pretty nervous to accept that invite. But you asked an incredible question, and I really wanted to answer it because it's the most important question anyone could ever ask us, is really what our first animal is. And the first animal we ever rescued, her name is Kona. she's actually about 100 yards away from me, but I could show you her. That is Kona. I have a tattoo of her right above my heart. And Kona is the first animal we ever rescued. She's the most important animal we have here on this property because without her, we wouldn't be doing any of this. And she has legitimately taught us everything we know about how to care for animals, how to respect them, and how to make sure that we keep them safe. So it is incredible the job she has done on teaching us how to communicate back and forth with other animals based off of listening to them. I know a lot of people talk about animal whisperers, and we are definitely not those type of people because our animals don't listen to us really well, but we are really good at listening to them. So we like to consider ourselves as animal listeners, and we learned how to do that from Kona, which is the most important animal to me on this planet. And I love all these guys, but Kona definitely is a little bit more special because without her, we wouldn't have any of these guys here. And since we have you on live, do you have any other questions you want to ask Tori, Allie, or Isaiah?
How many animals have you got there?
We probably have about 150 animals. We don't have the exact count, but about 150 animals here. And that includes sheep, goats, donkeys, cows, birds, porcupines, capybaras, otters, lemurs, sloths, foxes, monkeys, kangaroos, camels, zebra, a little bit of everything.
Oh, bless you guys. I think you're great. I've set my alarm clock so I can wake up and watch this live because I'm in the UK.
That is awesome. That means the world to us. Thank you so much. And I heard the accent, so I assumed you were probably from somewhere else. So that means the world to us. Thank you so much for doing that. And thank you for accepting our invite to bring you on live tonight. Or this morning.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. You have an incredible rest of your evening. And thank you so much for supporting us.
Bye.
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 Oh, wow. That was pretty awesome, guys. Remember, if you're watching right now, we're going to invite you on if you have a question that we pick out. And remember, please share this video. Share this live. And I'll tell you guys again for the 1,000th time, the reason why we ask you to share this is we're trying to monetize our Facebook account. We can't do it without you. I need 60,000 minutes of live watched videos for Facebook to monetize us. And what does that mean? That means Facebook will pay us to perform these videos, which is huge for us because it allows us to provide even more for the animals that we currently have here, and it gives us an opportunity to take more on a regular basis. So please, if you're watching this and you're wondering how you can support us from another country, another state, or you're just too far to visit and you can't come out here, you don't even have to give us money to support us. All you need to do is share this live video. Now, I did just see a question that I did want to answer. Teresa Jones just asked a great question. I am going to invite her on live to answer that question if I could find her. There we go. So, Teresa, I just sent you an invite. We're going to answer that question. Her question, while she is debating if she wants to join this live, is what is a good age to bring a little one? And this is actually a great question because we just got a 2-star review a couple of days ago, which I just responded to. So I would like an opportunity to answer this question. Let's see. And if you're wondering, it is 7:20 here, and during these lives, I do like to pour myself a drink since it is the end of the day.
Missy,
All right. So it doesn't look like Teresa's accepting our invite, but I'm going to answer your question anyway. Teresa's asking, what is a good age to bring a little one? And the reason why I really want to answer this question is because we got a 2-star review on Google. Somebody came out, 4 people. They came out, 2 adults, 2 children, a 5-month-old and a 2-year-old. Now, the 5-month-old does not pay when they visit. Under 2 is free. They did not pay for their 2-year-old. They actually lied on our system and said they were under 2, so they didn't pay for him. So the 2 children they had were under 2 years old, paid for, so they didn't pay for him at all. But it was 92 degrees on July, I think, 2nd they came out. It was over 90 degrees. The actual feel of the temperature was over 100 in July, but that's normal. This is South Florida. Now, we don't charge for under 2 because we know it's super hot. You might not be into it at 5 months old. We can't actually expect a 5-month-old to actually enjoy themselves here unless they really love animals, and that's great. But because of that, we don't charge. But you still get to feed the animals at 5 months old, even though we don't charge. You still get all the encounters, even though we don't charge. So these people on Google just gave us a 2-star review because it was too hot, and after 30 minutes, their kids were sweating profusely. Now, during the tour, we have, and I'll let these guys answer the question, but we have 4 tiki huts you get to go into, and you get to, 2 out of the 4 tiki huts actually have fans in them, so we cool you down. Most of the areas, you get shade in during our encounters, and the tour is about an hour and 15 minutes long. So I apologize if you ever come out and visit us and your children are under the age of 2 and they get overheated. I highly suggest coming out at a better time than 10 in the morning in July. But we have had some great reviews of people that have visited from all different ages. But if you are worried about heat, I highly suggest not coming out when it's 110 degrees and there was an actual heat index warning for that week. So that I cannot control. But other than that, if your children love animals, it is an activity for people of all ages, as long as they can deal with the heat. We do have water and refreshments available at all times, waters and Gatorades, and we do have a lot of shady areas. But if you're not from South Florida, you may not be used to 90-degree heat and humidity. So as far as what is a good age, I'd say anything over 2 years old is a great age, as long as they love animals. The other thing that people gave us a 2-star review about is that that they couldn't do whatever they wanted here. If anyone knows, when they make a reservation, this is a guided tour, which means you are on a tour guide. You have a tour guide like Tori who will walk you around the property, introduce you to the animals, and start the encounters where you get to pet these awesome otters, you get to pet the sloth, you get to pet the kangaroos. But we can't have you doing whatever you want out here because that would not be a tour that you signed up for. So I hope I was able to answer your question, Teresa. I would say 2 and over is a great opportunity to bring your kids. If you have a younger one, we're not going to charge for it. But again, they may not enjoy it as much because under 2, it could be a little bit difficult for them out here. So hopefully that was the answer you were looking for. Now, let's see what other questions we have. All right, so it doesn't look like, have you ever bought bats? Actually, it's incredible. We have bats on our property, right? Did you guys find a bat?
Last week.
Unfortunately, we found a bat that had gotten injured and died in our tiki hut the other day. It wasn't ours, but it was a wild bat. So now we know we have bats. Let's see what other questions we have. The otters like to hold the stones and play with them. That is correct. And I think I know you. I know you, Samara. I see you there.
Samara?
Yeah.
Hi,
I didn't realize
Samara.
it wasn't a question, but it was a statement. Karen said, what made you decide to open this wonderful experience to the public? Well, I'll let you guys tell the story since I normally do.
Story. This is you.
Yeah, you can tell the story.
Well, we started off with rescuing.
Wait. Time out. I know you're about to tell the story, but I want to make sure that everyone's sharing this live video. So guys, while she's talking about why we did this and how this whole thing started, please share this live video. It's really important to us that we get a lot of these shares so we can monetize this and we can make sure that Facebook starts paying us, which would be awesome. All right, Al, sorry. Yeah.
So we started off by rescuing Kona, the horse that my dad was talking about a little bit earlier. And from then on, we really wanted to continue to help animals out the way that we were able to help Kona. So we rescued another horse and another horse.
Wait, I'm going to hop in here real quick. So exactly what happened is we rescued Kona. We ended up taking in a lot of other animals very quickly. In a 6-month period, we found ourselves having 4 horses, a cow, a donkey, and then we also rescued a lamb that was we found running down the street in Boca, which is insane of itself. After having that many animals, we really realized how much money it costs and figured we had to do something where we could bring in some revenue to help offset the costs that we were spending to take care of these animals. So I'm going to hand it back off to you. There you go. Because it seems like it's very easy to talk when you have otters in the shirt. And hey guys.
So we wasn't able to hear what you just said to
I just talked about like why we decided, like how much money it was costing and stuff like that.
So we started off at Bedner's Farm. That's where we had our animal park, and when COVID hit, we actually had to shut down there, and we had to continue to figure out a way that we can provide for the animals, not just the animals, but for us as a family as well. So we decided to open up our private property doing drive-through safari tours. And the drive-throughs were amazing. It was super cool, really, really safe. We would bring the animals over to the cars. They would touch the window. You could do little nose scoops through the window as well. It was actually absolutely amazing. And then as it became safer for humans and for the animals to be able to let people come out and actually start petting them, that's what we decided to do on the property. And then we've now got 2 locations. We are still at Bender's. We are closed for the summer because we're renovating our animal park for the fall festival. But we do tours here. And when our animal park is open, it's an incredible place to be as well. It's a completely different experience, but still super fun. And we couldn't be happier in the place that we're at right now, being able to have both of our locations open for everybody. Well, thank you for the rock. It's so much fun.
That was an awesome question. Every time I see this, I have to say it. Laurie says you guys are the best. The hubby and I visit a couple times every year. The new behind the scenes tour was fantastic. All right, so I am going to invite Laurie on. I don't know if people like actually being invited. I hate when people invite me onto a live because I'm so shy, even though you might not believe that. But I just invited Laurie on. Laurie's comment says, you guys are the best. The hubby and I visit a couple of times every year. The new behind the scenes tour is fantastic. Hopefully she accepts because I would like to ask her a question. And let's see. I don't know if everyone's getting our requests that we do. But we'll give her a couple of seconds. I know it's not easy. Some people could be at dinner. Some people could be home. Some people could just not feel comfortable going on live, and that's okay. But let's see. I know. Well, Laurie, if you get this, accept it if you'd like. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. These otters are batshit crazy right now. Just letting you know this is not how our behind the scenes tour normally is. These guys are crazy. Let's see. Let's see what other questions we have. In the meantime, while Laurie is coming on, Karen Kitty says you should all be so proud. We are super proud. Thank you for that. Let's see. Dan said we started off with a fish. You know what? How about this? Dan, are you ready to come on live? Because I think you can actually give everybody a really good idea of how we started. A different perspective of what it was. Because you watched us start from day 1, Dan.
Yeah,
our first day opening, you watched us and helped us. And you've been helping us ever since for 11 years now. And I know you already know it, Dan, how much we love you and how much we know how much you and your family has helped us throughout this 11 years. So I'm going to send you another invite because I think he just may have said, bring it on. All right, guys, I'm sending an invite to Dan. Dan is legitimately family, even though his beard might not seem like it when you see it. It's unbelievable. His beard is just amazing. If you ever see him at Bender's, I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but you can kind of touch it. It's really, really soft. He puts lots of conditioner in it. All right, Dan said bring it on. Dan, I'm trying to add you back on. I hope you're out of the shower here. While we're waiting for Dan to join this live, please share this live. You're going to get an incredible perspective of what it was like the first week we opened up, and you're going to get it right here live with Dan, who watched us do it, helped us do it, and he is legitimately one of the reasons why we have been able to grow with all the help that he has given us. I've called him in midnight with trucks stuck in mud, and he just came out with this little blue raspberry Toyota truck and pulled my huge Ford F-350. Toyota Tacoma. It's Toyota Tacoma, which we named Blue Raspberry, actually pulled my F-350 out of a mud pit with a trailer attached to it. Remember that?
Yep.
He was super proud. I'm going to ask him one more time if he wants to come on. I'm trying to add him. I'm sending him the invite. He was in the shower before.
Harrison, Nessie, come on.
So guys, while you are currently watching this live, please share it. We need your help. We need a ton of people to be watching this live for us to be, get monetized here from Facebook, which means Facebook pays us. I'm trying one more time to add Dan because I think this would be a great way for you to get a little bit of insight from someone that's not in our business that actually has been watching us grow from day 1. Dan, what's going on? Why are you not answering?
He can request to be on too.
Yeah, Dan, you can request to be on.
What did he say? He said something. It's not working.
It's not working? Hold on.
Tell him he can request it on his end.
All right. Let's see. All right, we might have to cut you off, Dan, in a minute because I don't want to lose any people watching, waiting for you to come on. Yeah, he's not even answering my phone call. I think he's scared. That beard. It says Lori said she sent a request too, and it's not coming up. What is this? One lane. Yeah, maybe we don't have the best Wi-Fi, so I apologize if someone's requesting and we're not seeing it, or if we're requesting it doesn't come up. But we're trying something new on the spot because that's how we roll. Let's see. Jessica says, I know Sophia just turned 1. What is the life expectancy of sloths? Who wants to answer that question? Tori, do you want to answer it?
I guess so.
All right, so wait. Tell her the life expectancy of in the wild and in captivity.
Okay. So in the wild, typically sloths are only going to live around like 10 to 15 years. In managed care, though, they can live to be anywhere from like 30 to 40 years.
Pretty awesome.
Pretty impressive.
I wish that was true with humans. I wish we can live like double the lifespan in captivity, which we probably could maybe. Maybe it's like triple.
I mean, I think it is. Come on.
I don't know. Well, I don't know any wild humans.
Go wild.
Do you know any wild humans? All right, that was a great question. Let's see. Teresa said, I couldn't figure out how to accept the invitation, but I did share it. Hi, Tori. I miss Teresa. It's Miss Teresa. Miss Teresa. Do you know her?
Oh my God. Hi. Yeah, she was like my VPK.
Really? Oh, that is awesome.
She's like best friends with my
That is awesome. So Taylor just wrote 14 more days. I am so excited. I'm assuming that means you're coming to visit us in 14 more days, which makes me super excited to see you too. That is awesome. Let's see what other questions. I did just get a text message from Dan. I didn't get an invite on my end. That's odd.
Can you stop chewing on my
Well, we'll have to figure that out for next week because this is a lot of fun inviting people on. Let's see. Karen just said, where did Roger come from? He was Mahusiv. Who's Roger? What animal was Roger? Because maybe someone gave you the wrong name on accident. Where did Roger come from? He was...
maybe, could it be maybe Ralph?
Well, she says Mahusiv, so I'm sure triple X, probably gigantic. Let's see. Have Allie invite him. How can Allie invite him? I don't think that's possible. Kangaroo. Oh, so our two giant kangaroos are Bo and Duke. They are giant, and if you're talking about, let's see, what was the question again?
Where did they come from?
Where'd they come from? So most likely you're talking about Duke. Duke actually came from a friend of ours who has a zoo in Texas. Hey, no whiskey for you. Has a zoo in Texas. Duke did an incredible job there. He was never touched by a human being. His job at the zoo was to hang out, protect all the kangaroos, and mate with the females. But what happens after a couple of years of mating with these females, their babies end up hanging out with them, and they didn't want Duke to end up mating with his children. So I got a phone call asking if I was looking for a male and if I would take him in, and we did. And it was one of the best things we've ever done. So that is where Duke came from, which is pretty awesome. Let's see if we've got any other questions here. Sorry, yes, my bad. Yep, you got that. Any other questions you guys see here? Well, how about this? I'm going to do a freestyle. What would you like to talk about? If you could talk to our followers, people that are tuning into our live, what is something you would like to share with them?
So, how about probably let's share around the best time to come to here, because since we're in South Florida, it's
Every day. It's the best time to come here.
When have they come and visited us?
That's a great
Probably
question. How about
during
you
the
ask them some questions? That's a great thing.
I just did. When have they come and visited us?
Anyone that's watching this live, if you have visited us, comment below when you did visit and tell us a little bit about what you thought of our visit. We might not be able to comment back immediately on all of them because I think a lot of you guys have probably watched, have probably visited us in the past, but comment below when you did come and what you thought about it. We'd like to read those things and then comment back to you. I think that's a really great idea. Someone just commented they came in April. Jessica, what did you think about your visit? Was it just for the guided safari tour? Was it just for the behind the scenes tour? Did you do any add-ons? If you can, share with the people that are actually watching. Michael just said he came in August. That is August, I'm assuming last year, because that was you. You came last August?
Yeah.
Very, very cool. So share your thoughts about your visit, what you actually did here, so people that are watching that are legitimately on the fence if they should visit or not can make a decision if they should make a reservation and what they should add on if they want. Jessica just said it was amazing. We did the sloth encounter for my mother's birthday. That is awesome. Thank you so much for coming out here and doing that with us. That is great. Jessica also said that our daughter was sweet and informative. Which daughter do you think she's talking about? You think it's you? Yeah, it might be you. That is pretty awesome. Now, this is Ollie right here, I'm assuming. I didn't even look at him.
Yeah, I don't think you have to look
I don't think you have to look at her. She's always going to be the loudest one, which is pretty cool. But that's amazing. That's awesome to hear. Wisdom just said, ask me how. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to ask you how, Wisdom. I'm not sure if you're going to tell me, but I'd always like to know how. Let's see what else. I don't know how. What? Oh, cool. Ask you how. So Wisdom just said that we can make millions of dollars, and obviously we all want to make millions of dollars. But I'm sure we're going to have to click a link to figure that out. So I would suggest you don't click that link if you don't want a virus. From the phone, she got Karen invited. I don't know, maybe you know how to invite people differently? I don't know.
No, I just did it the same way.
So Jessica is saving up for the otter encounter. So that is probably going to be the behind the scenes tour. I'm assuming you're talking about. The behind the scenes tour is awesome. And it is definitely worth saving up for. It is by far the best experience I've ever seen here. People love it. We haven't had any negative responses to it. And every single person leaves here super happy. So I know it's a lot of money, but it is definitely worth it in the long run, I believe. So let's see. Any other questions, guys? Anything else you would like to know? Do you guys want to see other animals? So why are otters so intrigued with your mouths? That's a great question. That's awesome. I want to take that question. Let's see. Where's Junior?
Junior is right here.
So otters, these are all Asian small clawed otters. Come here, Junior. Come here, Junior. These are all Asian small clawed otters. Now, these guys are okay. There you go. Right on point. Junior, how do you know to go on my mouth? So they like to stick. Sorry about that. They like to stick their hands into small little things. They actually use their fingers to tell them what it is that they can't see with their own eyes. They'll use their fingers like little eyeballs. So they like to put their hands into things like mouths, but in the wild it would be like little crevices and rocks and stuff like that. This is Ollie. I can tell just by the sound of her. Ollie doesn't really like. Okay. So they're looking for food. They're looking for rocks. They're looking for things to play with, and anything they could put their hands or mouth into, they want to. Oh, hi. How you doing? So that is why they're doing it. They're trying to figure out, is that a shell? What exactly is it? They do it to your nose. They do it to your ears. So we kind of let them do it because they're like our babies, and we let them do whatever they want. But it is kind of nasty sometimes. But we take the risks, but we don't let other people do that as well. So that's why they like going in your mouths. They also like tight spots. So if you ever notice any of these videos, they're always going inside of my clothing or some of our clothing. And if you saw what they were doing now, you'd realize how crazy otters are. And if anyone really wanted one as a pet, they're completely out of their minds. It takes up all of your time and energy. So Michael Marino said, if you all could add one animal to the safari, what would it be and why? That's going to be a question for every single person here. I want everyone to answer it. And I'm gonna say, to me, that's a really hard question, and it's a really good one, because there's a few animals on the list that I would love to add. But I would have to say, and this has nothing to do with rescuing an animal. This has nothing to do with conservation. This is all based off of me. This is something that I'm going to answer based off of something that I would enjoy learning more about and spending a lifetime with. It would probably be a chimpanzee. So that's my answer. But it would also be a cheetah. It could also be a giraffe, and it could also be one of my favorite animals that I'd love to spend time with and be able to live with is a Al.
Wait. I was thinking of my own animal.
No, dog. My
Hyena.
favorite. Hyena. I love hyenas. I would love to have a lifelong relationship with some hyenas. But again, that is just my personal preference. That's you're asking me personally a question, has nothing to do with what we do when it comes to rescuing and conservation and stuff like that. So that would be if I was a greedy human being and I wanted to do whatever I could to hang out with an animal, those are the ones that I would. But I think chimpanzee would take the list. I'm going to move out of the way. I got otters in here. So you can get an answer from everyone else that's here, because I think it's a great question.
Like in general, or like rescue?
In general, just give it in general. Like because when it comes to rescue, we'll pretty much take anything unless we're allergic to it. But so someone could get to know you and your personality. What would be something you would like to spend the rest of your life with?
I'll go first then.
Then you go first.
I want either stingrays or sharks.
That is
I'm obsessed with stingrays for sure. Yeah.
that
If
is
I had, my original answer was either going to be a rhino or a hippo because I love them so much. But I think a more realistic answer would be a grizzly bear. I would love a bear. I just want to hug one really tight.
Can someone ask why is that more realistic than the other two?
I think a bear.
A grizzly bear is like
Yeah.
10 feet tall and will eat you. Have you ever seen Cocaine Bear?
So will rhinos.
Right, exactly. They all will kill you. So why is one more realistic than the other?
Grizzly bears are so much more lovable.
Oh,
and
really?
They can hold you and sleep with you at night.
Anyone here that's not delusional like my daughter think a grizzly bear will hold you at nighttime and is lovable? I don't know. You guys can answer that for me.
Yeah, a black bear. Okay, a black bear. That's more.
Why? Because a black bear is half the size.
Yes.
Yes, and black bears aren't as aggressive. They're more skittish than anything.
Yeah, and they're native to Florida,
Okay.
so this would be great.
Yeah.
And they're the
How
same
about a polar
weight as
bear?
me. I would love a polar
No,
bear.
and I think these are all great answers. My question was not the answer is the question, but why is one more realistic than another is the question.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
coming at you because I think they're all great animals. But here we go.
Sea lion. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love a sea
Yeah.
lion. Yeah. It would go great with a stingray.
Yes. All right. What does Isaiah have to say?
Okay, I was kind of thinking more the same with bears and tigers because I don't know why. That's the first thing that popped into my mind.
Tigers would be really cool.
Tigers
like a
are
Siberian
beautiful.
tiger.
Tigers are absolutely beautiful, in my opinion.
All right. Can I tell you guys something I've learned about tigers and lions? If you were going to have a tiger or a Jessica just says bears are not snuggle animals. Only teddy bears. Only teddy bears. Let's see. Now, one thing I did learn about tigers and lions, and I don't have a lot of experience with them, so I could be saying something wrong, but if you had to choose a tiger or a lion to spend a lot of time with, I heard lions are the most friendly and they're most predictable over tigers. Tigers are very one-person animals, so if you're the one person, that tiger will love you and respect you and have a great life with you. But if you're not the one person, you're dead. Now, a lion could have multiple friends of humans that it likes. Let's see. I got to answer this question. So Wendell just said, Dr. P said she would love some hyenas. I know another animal she would love that she heard, stingrays too.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. That is really, really cool. We would love hyenas are one of my favorites. They are awesome. Now, Hope, you have to come around this side. I like to put people on the spot. So this is Hope. She's behind the camera. Hey, Hope.
Hi.
But you can't see her in there. There she goes. So Hope, what would be your favorite animal to add to the list?
A red panda.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What's the matter with the normal panda? Everyone's so excited about the red one.
They're small and just ugly.
They're smaller, a lot more friendly. Normal pandas are very hard to take.
But don't they get
They're
normal
giant,
pandas get high all the time?
No, those are koalas.
Oh, those are koalas.
Yeah.
But pandas don't eat the same food. As
No,
koalas?
koalas eat eucalyptus and
What's a panda?
pandas eat
Bamboo.
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 Man shoots. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're found in different parts of the world.
That's cool. Jessica just said she worked at the National Zoo years ago in the elephant house. Hippos are great, but not a snuggle animal either. I would probably assume that hippos are probably not snuggle
I
animals.
just want to go
Animals
so
are
I can
scary.
feed it a watermelon.
So Dr. P just agreed that oh yes, all the stingrays, please.
Yes.
Dr. P, you are the best. We love you. Let's see, what else do we got? This name sounds really, really familiar.
Ollie heard Dr. P. She's very excited right now.
Oh.
She said, Dr. P.
Oh, Dr. P.
Ollie.
Hold on. And, this is Ollie hanging out. If you guys want to see, you can always know who the loudest one in the place is going to be. It's always going to be Ollie. What? I love you. Want to say hi to everybody? Want to say hi? Touch tanks with stingrays would be a great adventure. I 1,000,000% agree with that, and that has to be coming soon. Touch tank with sharks would be awesome too. They also love pumpkins. You know what I found? Okay, stop being crazy, maniac. About the pumpkins, I think all animals love pumpkins from what we've seen. And another really great thing about pumpkins are they are a natural dewormer too. So anybody that's watching that has animals that can eat pumpkins, like pigs and tortoises and all kinds of farm animals, they love it, and it's actually super, super healthy. Susan Miller says, would love to pet an armadillo. So would I. I've never touched an armadillo. Armadillos seem pretty cool too. I would love to. But there is something I want to touch on this live. I wrote a post earlier today, and on the post I asked what topics we should talk about, and I'm just going to go to that post and I know somebody gave me a topic, and I think it's a great one to talk about. So hold on, I'm on my phone right here. I'm going to pull up that post. Oh look, that's us live. Holy macaroni. That's really great. The only problem is we only have 15 shares, guys. I really need you guys to share this video, please. The last video we just posted had a lot more shares than this. So if you can, to support us and to continue us being able to do these lives, I really need you to share this video. But here we go. So this was the post earlier. That's Kona. I know we spoke about her earlier. That's me with a beard. Beautiful beard. So nice. And let's see. Reen asked, would like to know how the kangaroos clean out the pouch. Okay. I thought that was a great topic to discuss because we post a lot of kangaroo videos, and I think it is one of the things that we don't get to really speak about often. So I really like that topic, Reen. And also, I just want to say something that Donald said. What a handsome face! I just want to thank you guys. That's my handsome face. Thank you. Thank you. That's it. I just want to bring that comment up too. Apparently, that's handsome. So thank you, Donald. I really appreciate it.
They said watermelon.
No, these are safe words we're using here. So yeah, Donald, thank you for the handsome face. But going back to how do kangaroos clean out their pouch? This is really important because we have a kangaroo that you've probably been following us, and you notice that she doesn't clean out her pouch often and doesn't really do a great job of it until lately. My daughter's leaving us. I was just going to have her answer the question. Oh, so I will talk to you guys. Actually, Tori, why don't you scoot over? You guys scoot over. Why don't you guys tell them how kangaroos clean their pouches?
So,
Do you want to talk to them?
All right, so pretty much the baby goes to the bathroom in that mama's pouch, all the dirt from them rolling around and all the dirt piles. Mamas practically just have to lick the pouch clean.
Yeah, it looks like this. They do this.
Yeah.
It's legitimately what you see is they open their pouch and they do this. With their hands, they open it, which is incredible. Their little claws, and they go.
I hope.
And then they stick their head out. I actually have I do have some videos of that, which is pretty cool, but you can't really see much. But yeah, they stick their head inside that pouch, and they clean it with their tongue, which sounds kind of disgusting, but it is also really cool. It just shows how much respect we should all have for moms out there, because you all will do anything to make sure that your kids are safe and growing and nice and healthy. Let's see. Any other questions? We only have a couple of minutes left here.
Oh, wow.
Does anybody here like whiskey by any chance?
There we go.
Try to get more followers on my whiskey page. Not only do we work with animals, but after hours we have a whiskey review page. It's called Patrons of America. It's only on Facebook. If you or anybody that enjoys whiskey ever wants to see some awesome reviews of whiskey, check out Patrons of America. Brian said yes. Laurie said yep. Go to Patrons of America. I'm doing a review after this. I'm going to be doing a review of Jefferson's Ocean Bourbon, and I am doing that because it was requested of somebody that watched the video yesterday. So that is awesome. Go to Patrons of America. Hope just said, how did they start working there? That was probably a question for me to ask them, but Hope just asked. So Tori, why don't you tell everybody how you started working here? Wait, before you answer that question, share this live, please. Please, I'm begging you guys. We need to we only have 15 shares, and I know we've had hundreds of people watching, thousands of people watching tonight. Let's get a few more shares before this ends, please. And then she's going to tell you how she started. How did you start working here?
Okay, go.
And I like to cut everybody off here regularly.
Watermelon.
They have a word that they tell people to get me to shut up, and it's called watermelon. All right, go ahead, Tori. Sorry.
Okay, so I came here when they started the drive-through tour. It was actually me and my sister. We both came out. My sister requested for a job. I came more as like a volunteer. I fell in love with the animals. Eventually, I kind of stuck around for like.
Wait, I have to cut her off for a
Oh
second.
my
No. This is really important. She was volunteering here, okay? I had no idea who she was or what she was doing. And she started directing people around in a tour. And to me, I think it's really incredible when you see another human being take charge of something. And I remember calling my daughter and my wife saying, who is that girl? I've never seen her before, that legitimately was telling everyone on the tour what to do. And they were like, oh, that's Tori. I was like, who's Tori? And they're like, oh, she's a volunteer. I was like, all right, well, why is she volunteering? Can we hire her and make her work here? Because she did an incredible job. I was out there for 30 seconds, and I saw her do something that I thought was so incredible. What I did not know, which is friggin' crazy, is how old were you when that happened?
Like 15.
She
Well,
was
14, just turning 15.
She was 14 years old, and she legitimately took a crowd of 30 adult human beings and was telling them exactly what to do the right way. And the way she went about it was as good as any adult I've ever met did it. And that was at 14 years old. And I had no idea when I told my wife to hire her that she was 14 years old, but I'm happy that I did get to see her while I was going to a different location that we had. So sorry, I did have to cut you off because I thought it was really cool.
That was practically it. And then they asked me if I wanted a job, and I said yes. And I've been here ever since.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
The rest is history. Isaiah, how did you find yourself here?
Okay, so like any teenager in high school, I was just looking for a job randomly that was working with animals, and all of a sudden, my mom was looking on Facebook and said, "Oh, look, there's a job opening for Bentner's Farm," because at the time, that's what the pictures showed. So leading up to the day of the interview, we actually realized that the address wasn't for Bentner's. It was actually for this gate that we always saw but never knew what was. So when we finally drove up, we opened up this gate and we see this amazing property that just blew my mind and my mom's mind, just completely blown it. So, and after that whole entire experience, I slowly started working here for the past 2 years, and I just grown and grown and grown, both learning about the animals
And in height too. It's ridiculous. He has not only been growing, learning about animals. You've legitimately gotten taller while you've been.
But he's also young.
Is that true?
Young too.
Is that true? Yes, you've definitely gotten
yeah.
taller. You've definitely gotten
That's
taller.
how usually things work.
Yes,
I started
you've
when
got-
I was 16. I'm now 19. So
Yes.
I usually grow.
You grew taller too. Yeah, I was taller than him when he started here. Just letting
I
everyone
don't know
know.
about that. I don't think so. I don't think that was the case at all.
I was
but-
around like 5'9", 5'10" when I started working.
Stop it. I'm
He was
5'9",
He was taller
5'10".
than me when he started working.
So, but we are super, super lucky to have these guys. They are awesome. And if you've been out here to visit, you've seen how hard the two of these guys have worked. And obviously, we couldn't do anything we do without the people that come out and assist us. So it is really, really, really awesome that they are here. And if you've been out here, I'm sure you guys know these two very, very well because they are out here 24/7. I almost feel like I wake up in the morning and they're in my kitchen making coffee in the morning, but not really.
Yeah, well, I'm making a cup of tea.
Do wish that was true though. Yeah.
Well, guys, it is getting to that time where it's time to end this live. Motion says that they love us. And by the way, you are all awesome people. Thank you so much. That means the world to us. Rhonda says this is a great organization and a lot of fun. Thank you so much. Hey, you beautiful in the middle. Thank you very much. That's me. I've been in the middle all the time. I really appreciate this. Rui says, good evening, everybody. Let's see if we can get some other shout outs. Motion says hello. I'm definitely the cutest in the middle. I'm sorry. Even someone said it on a post earlier, how handsome I was. Thank you so much. I could use all of that. What is that called when you tell someone they did a good thing?
Oh my goodness, what's the word? Like, I mean, they're flattering you.
No, but what's the thing like, you know, when you say good?
Compliment.
Compliment. I could use all the compliments in the world. Let's see. So guys, real quick before we go, we have 2.5 minutes. I would like you to comment below if you shared this video yet. And if you haven't shared this live, I want you to share it now and comment below that you just shared it, because that is super important to us. If you haven't heard already why it's so important that you share this live, and every live that you see is we are legitimately trying to monetize our live video account, which is important because it allows us to generate revenue without you guys giving us money, okay, or even visiting. It allows the Facebook to monetize this account. They will legitimately pay us good amounts of money to continue these lives. So for us, I just got bit in the neck. For us to continue this, we need your support. We need you to share our lives. And I've seen a few of you guys already tell me you shared it twice. You've shared it. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. If you haven't shared it, you're one of the 100 people watching right now. You should be ashamed of yourself. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I shared it.
Oh, you shared it too?
I shared it.
I'm joking. Well, listen, if you can, share it. If you don't know how to share it, let's see. You will have to go next to the comment section. There's a little arrow, and you can share it. Heidi shared it twice. Thank you so much. You can look at it. It's that arrow that looks right there. All right, so we're going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for all the support. This was awesome. If you enjoyed this live, let us know in the comment section what you want to see next Tuesday. This way we can try to do something different for you. I know we try to do something different every time, or different animals as well. So thank you guys. Appreciate the support. Remember, share, 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 share. Bye, guys. Everyone say goodbye.